Hello Golden State Warriors fans, we are here once again to bring you the latest news related to our team, and I would like to emphasize how committed we are to improving our performance to achieve great results. Before we dive into this intriguing news, I kindly request you to show your support by clicking the like button, and if you are not yet subscribed to our channel, I invite you all to join us on an exciting journey. Remember to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Warriors rival makes significant move by signing top remaining free agent. The Golden State Warriors challenge in the Pacific Division just got tougher with the Phoenix Suns signing of the top remaining free agent, Tyus Jones. Jones inked a one-year, $3.3 million deal with the Suns, as reported by ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski on Saturday. This signing is a major coup for the franchise, showcasing their ability to maximize limited financial flexibility this offseason. Tyus Jones would have been the perfect fit for the Golden State Warriors given their lack of point guard depth behind Stephen Curry. The 28-year-old is coming off a two-year, $29 million contract, with his recent performance suggesting he could command well over $10 million per season. Jones averaged 12 points and 7.3 assists in 66 games with the Washington Wizards last season, shooting 48.9% from the field and 41.4% from three-point range. Instead, Jones opted for a one-year, prove-it deal with the Suns, similar to Gary Trent Jr.'s contract with the Milwaukee Bucks. The 9-year veteran joins Mason Plumlee and Monty Morris as valuable minimum contract additions for Phoenix this offseason. Jones had been touted as a potential option for the Warriors, especially as the offseason progressed and it became increasingly likely he would accept a one-year minimum deal. There is no indication at this stage that Golden State was a contender, with little doubt that Phoenix's lack of genuine point guards offers Jones a much greater opportunity for playing time. Beyond their starting point guard and two-time MVP Stephen Curry, the Warriors seem comfortable entrusting their bench unit to the impressive 21-year-old Brandon Podziemski. Last year's 19th overall pick notched 13 assists in his two Summer League games in Las Vegas before he and Tracy Jackson-Davis rested for the remainder of the schedule. Podziemski could also be key to unlocking a trade for Lauri Markkanen, as Jones is no longer an option for backup point guard should the Warriors decide to part with the all-rookie first-team member. Warriors owner reveals surprising details about Klay Thompson's departure. The departure of Klay Thompson from the Golden State Warriors wasn't just a sudden decision. According to owner Joe Lacob, Thompson had already made up his mind to leave even before the free agency period began. Lacob elaborated on the situation and the discussions that took place with Thompson during an interview with Tim Kawakami of The Athletic. "To be frank and honest, Klay made the decision before free agency started," Lacob said. "He informed us of his intention not to return. He called me and said the same things you heard in the Dallas press conference. Klay is an open book. He felt he needed, for a variety of reasons, a fresh start." Lacob also emphasized that the Warriors had offered Thompson a larger contract than the one he eventually signed with the Mavericks, which he believed was very fair. He mentioned that, on a fair and equitable basis, the franchise wanted to keep Thompson as a Warrior for life, but it simply didn't work out. The contract negotiations between the two sides did not succeed before last season, leading to a prolonged process that never gained momentum, which likely contributed to Thompson's decision to leave. It's a fresh start for the 34-year-old, who had his lowest scoring average since his second year in the league, recording 17.9 points per game in 2023-24, compared to 16.6 points in 2012-13. Now, with Thompson set to wear a different team's jersey for the first time in his NBA career, the Warriors' long-standing core looks different. This season will reveal how this decision impacts both sides. The Warriors added Buddy Hield, DeAnthony Melton, and Kyle Anderson during the offseason, each expected to play significant roles in Thompson's absence. Thompson's departure marks the end of an era for the Warriors. His contributions over the years were immense, including his role as a key sharpshooter and the second leading scorer on the team. Despite not being in his prime in recent seasons, his presence on the court was still formidable. The Warriors moved quickly to address the void left by Thompson. DeAnthony Melton was signed as a viable 3-and-D option for the starting shooting guard position. Brandon Podziemski and fourth-year lottery pick Moses Moody will also compete for that role, while Buddy Hield is expected to be a strong contender purely from a shooting perspective. However, while these new additions will help fill the gap left by Thompson, one of his former teammates may be better positioned to step up next season. Andrew Wiggins, who had a challenging 2023-24 season, is expected to bounce back and could prove to be Thompson's true replacement. Wiggins has the potential to score between 17 to 20 points per game, aligning more closely with Thompson's production. Defensively, he remains Golden State's primary perimeter defender, a role Thompson excelled in before his injuries. Though names like Podziemski, Moody, Melton, and Hield will be crucial in the upcoming season, Wiggins may ultimately be the key to successfully filling the void left by Thompson for the Warriors. The team's future success may depend on how well these players can integrate and perform in the absence of one of their all-time greats. Former Warriors center Usman Garuba involved in heated scuffle during Olympic opener. Former Golden State Warriors center Usman Garuba made an immediate impact at the Paris Olympics, becoming embroiled in a scuffle during the first quarter of Spain's opening game loss to Australia. The 22-year-old's fiery presence was felt early on, highlighting the intensity of the competition. Garuba was called for an offensive foul with just over 2 minutes remaining in the first period. Frustration flared when he took exception to contact from Australian player Will Magnay, sparking a brief altercation that also involved former Dallas Maverick and current Charlotte Hornets forward, Josh Green. Garuba and Magnay were both assessed unsportsmanlike fouls in a first half marked by frequent whistles from the referees. Coming off the bench, the Spanish big man tallied 2 points and 3 rebounds in the first 20 minutes, with Australia leading 49-42 at halftime. Despite the early fireworks, Garuba's overall impact was limited. He finished the game with 3 points, 7 rebounds, 1 steal, and 2 turnovers. Spain mounted a third-quarter comeback to briefly take the lead, but Australia ultimately secured a 12-point victory. Australian center Jock Landale, of the Houston Rockets, led his team with 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. New Chicago Bulls guard Josh Giddey flirted with a triple-double, recording 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists. Memphis Grizzlies forward Santi Aldama was the standout for Spain, scoring 27 points, including 6 of 8 from beyond the arc. Garuba, currently an unrestricted free agent after a brief stint with the Warriors, started last season on a two-way contract and ended with a standard deal. A former first-round pick of the Houston Rockets, Garuba appeared in just 6 games, totaling 18 minutes for Golden State last season. With the Warriors having 14 players signed to the main roster and 3 on two-way contracts, it seems highly unlikely that Garuba will return next season. After 3 years in the NBA, he is expected to rejoin Real Madrid, according to Eurohoops. French phenom spoils solid Olympic debut for Warriors forward. Golden State Warriors forward Klay Santos had a promising start to his Olympic career, playing 24 minutes off the bench in Brazil's 78-66 loss to host nation France on Saturday. Despite a strong start for Brazil, who led 23-15 after the first quarter, it was the reigning Rookie of the Year, Victor Wembanyama, who dominated the game, particularly on defense. Santos put in a positive performance but was overshadowed by Wembanyama's stellar play. Santos contributed 9 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals, shooting 2 of 5 from the field and 1 of 3 from beyond the arc. His lone three-pointer came from a step back at the corner, and he also made 4 of 6 free throws. Santos was Brazil's 4th highest scorer in a game where they struggled offensively, shooting just 40.4%, 23 of 57, from the field and 33.3%, 7 of 21, from three-point range. This was largely due to the defensive prowess of Wembanyama and 4-time Defensive Player of the Year Rudy Gobert. Wembanyama scored 19 points, grabbed 9 rebounds, and dished out 2 assists on 7 of 13 shooting. His defensive impact was even more impressive, with 4 steals and 3 blocks in his 31 minutes on the court. Gobert added 2 blocks of his own, while veteran Nick Batum led all scorers with 19 points, along with 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals in the 12-point victory for France. France joined Australia and Germany as Day 1 winners, while a matchup between Giannis Antetokounmpo-led Greece and Canada was ongoing. Team USA is set to make their Olympic debut against Serbia on Sunday. Santos, who appeared in 23 games for the Warriors during his rookie season, averaged 3.6 points and 2.1 rebounds in 8.3 minutes per game. The 6 feet 8 inches forward has a non-guaranteed $1.9 million contract for the upcoming season, leaving his future with the team uncertain.